It's January 6th and about 55 degrees here on the Gulf Coast, Mississippi. And we are building some of our bottoms for the upcoming season. And one of the big problems here in our area is I have to rebuild bottoms every couple of years because of the termites. Termites are pretty bad. And so today we're working on an experiment to see if we can't push off having the termites come up into our bottoms. By using linseed and hot pepper. This is our hot pepper we got from the Asian market. And this looks like it's a coarse brown, not super fine. Can't really get that. And we used 1 cup to 1 gallon of linseed. And we already linseed our boxes, so it works out well. So right now our ratio is 1 gallon of linseed to 1 cup of that pepper. And we decided to warm it so that it would be more evenly distributed through the linseed, and also at 55 it can be a little bit gooey, the linseed. And if you can see here, that's a good one. Linseed already has a golden tone, but this has taken on a bit of a red hue. And so that's one of the reasons also that we're dipping, is so that it's all over and that the termites will get a mouthful of that in the linseed and maybe not take up residence. This is termite damage to a bottom, and it becomes like paper. And you can imagine that as the hive gets heavy with honey, all of a sudden it'll start to tilt, or in worst case scenario it'll tip over. I've had only 1 tip over. Usually I'm pretty up on it, but then not only do termites then eat the bottom, but then they begin to crawl up into, they make their little tunnels, they crawl up into the medium, the box itself, and they can start eating that away. So if you're not moving your hives, which I really don't for the most part, once I set them, they're pretty much it. If you're not moving your hives, then unless you go down to the bottom each time, you may not recognize it. There's another one. It's all just termite damage. Termites are big here in the south. And they crawl up and through my pallet. My pallets decay. And these have been linseeded before. All my stuff is linseeded, but this is our experiment, is trying with the hot pepper to see if that extends the life of our equipment. looks yummy. So this is what you do in January, is you get your equipment ready. And I was just checking my notebook that in exactly 2 weeks last year we had a maple bloom. So once the maple starts blooming, it's pretty much on for the yards. So you better be ready. So 1 gallon of linseed ended up doing about 42 with 1 quart left over. It's actually some left over. And you can still see it's ooky red, picking up that. And you definitely want to do this before you put your screens on, because the screens pick up and make little bubbles and pick up a little more linseed, but they were already stapled. We were playing around. So do it before you put your screens on, or at least use a brush if you already have your screens on, maybe. So 42 is not bad. And this is going to be a work in progress to see just how much we can keep those termites out. So when you're warming your linseed, it's only just warm. It's not hot, it's not boiling, it's just warm. You can use rubber gloves and put it on without burning your hands. It's just warm enough to make it a little more liquid and really absorb the hot pepper. So if you like this video, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell. If you have comments, please leave them below. And if you have any ideas for things that you'd like to see, let me know also in the comments. Make sure you're getting your equipment in order, because it's going to hit fast when it hits. And here in the South, again, I have notes that say it's basically 2 weeks. I figure give them a week of that bloom, so in 3 weeks I'll be full on. Happy beekeeping.